Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is almost the voice of God, but not really. Normally we'd have a young man called Tony Traguardo doing the introductions for our shows here. But unfortunately, Tony has a couple of issues with his mum. She's only 94, so say a prayer for his mum. And tonight, you're going to be royally entertained by a young man called David Bennett Cohen. David started his career with some vaguely unknown band called Country Joe and the Fish. He was also a member of the Blues Project. Played with guys like Hendrix, Richard Thompson, Jerry Garcia, Huey Lewis. Now, no one major, you know what I mean? So I think you're being for a treat tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because here is David Bennett Cohen.
Hi, everybody.
Is his mic switched on still? Yeah, we'll go switch that on for him. Thank you.
Hello? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Remember when we used to make lists on paper? In the modern age. So hope everybody's doing well.
Oh, no. Just got it, mate.
Hello. All right. I hope everybody's doing well and in reasonably good health and not having too many problems. So I hope, well, whatever you're going through, I hope what I play tonight helps some of it. So, and I got to say, what a pleasure it is to be back at the Port Washington Library. This place is, it's really a joy to play here. Sorry Tony's not here. Hope his mother's okay. You know, it never ends. You always have problems with your mother. So Tony's fortunate to be able to have problems with his mother right now. So like I said, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to have play this piano again. I don't know, many of you have seen me before. It's a beautiful piano. It's like my favorite place to play. Here we go. All right, thank you, thank you. So that's a tune called Dylan's Hat. There's actually a story that goes with it, but it's not very interesting, so I'm not going to tell it. Here's a Professor Longhair song. There was a period of time that all I listened to for a while was just Professor Longhair. I didn't try to learn his songs, but I tried to absorb what he was playing. Anyway, here's a song by Professor Longhair, a tune called In the Night. As you get near, everybody will be high on beer in the night, in the night, in the wee wee hours between midnight and day. And nobody here got to stand in line. Come on inside, have a good time in the night, in the night, in the wee wee hours between midnight and day. Sex appeal. When they get to rockin', it's a real good feel in the night, in the night, in the wee wee hours between midnight and day. And all these girls is real rough, calling for whiskey, really deal stuff in the night, in the night, in the wee wee hours between midnight and day. Here we go. get too frisky. This morning ain't no more whiskey in the night. In the night. In the wee wee hours between midnight and day. In the night. In the night. In the night. In the night. In the wee wee hours between midnight and day. All right. Okay, so stuff I've been playing is mostly from, I have 2 CDs. This one just came out end of last year, and this one's been out for a few years. Most of the stuff is off of this. Next one is actually off of this one. Tune called Hot Chocolate. This is, I'm going to put this stuff. Right. Okay. This is the weather of hot chocolate, right? Maybe a little bourbon in it. Whoops. I'm not supposed to say that, I guess. Okay. You know, playing this piano is like seeing an old friend. It's very nice. So here we go, Hot Chocolate. Some folks like coffee, some like tea. These days hot chocolate is a drink for me. A shot of bourbon and a dash of cayenne are gonna take you over to the promised land. Hot chocolate, hot chocolate. Well, you can make it with water, you can make it with milk. Tastes like ambrosia and it feels like silk. Well, you can drink it in the morning, drink it at night, and it'll help you sleep until the morning light. Hot chocolate, hot chocolate. It's a little known fact that it's good for dunking cookies and donuts and toast. There's marshmallows, whipped cream, and shaved chocolate. Oh, that's the most. So when you go to the store, forget the coffee and tea. They have too much caffeine. It's good for the young and it's good for the old. Everybody in between. Hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate. That is good for dunking cookies and donuts and toast. There's marshmallows, whipped cream, and shaved chocolate. Oh, that's the most. So when you go to the store, forget the coffee and tea. They have too much caffeine. It's good for the young and it's good for the old. Everybody in between. Hot chocolate, hot chocolate. Chocolate. You got marshmallows, whipped cream, and shaved chocolate. Oh, that's the most. So when you go to the store, forget the coffee and tea. They have too much caffeine. It's good for the young and it's good for the old. Everybody in between. Hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate. as Brian said, you know, I used to play with Country Joe and the Fish, so I'm going to do a Country Joe and the Fish song. That's not what you think. This is actually a song called Flying High. It was the first song on our first Vanguard album. That was in 1967, I think. Anyway, so a song called Flying High. It's a true story, actually. It's a true story about Country Joe's adventures. The song was written probably around 1964 or 1965 when he was hitchhiking from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and kind of a nasty night. So this is a story. Anyway, these two cats picked him up, and some people, I've heard a couple of different varying stories. One of them is that it was Cheech and Chong. Another one that it was the Smothers Brothers. I think whoever picked him up, a couple of cool cats. You can see how dated the song is because he gets $20 and that pays his airfare from Los Angeles to San Francisco. Yeah. Okay, Flying High. Stuck on the LA freeway. I got rainwater in my boots. My thumb done froze, I can't feel my toes, and I'm feeling kinda destitute. Wheels throwing water all over my axe, and Mr. Jones won't lend me a hand. Up come two cats in a Cadillac, and they say, won't you hop in, man? And I went flying high all the way, all the way. One that's driving's got a bowler hat, other's got a fez on his head. Turn around and grin, and I grin back. Not a word was said. Well, I took out my harp, I was playing a tune. I could see that they were digging it. And the one with the fez, he turns and he says, we'd like to help you make your trip. And I went flying high all the way, all the way. Just how high can you fly? Said we can't leave him out in the rain. No, he just might freeze and die. Why not put him on a plane, sent them home in the sky. Well, they took me to the L.A. airport. They laid $20 in my hand. Well, I paid my fare. I was in the air, and I was flying back home again. And I went flying. Anybody else have a flashback? Right. Okay. Let's do. Okay. Here's a song that I actually wrote for my wife and myself, but I've known so many couples that fit the same category. It's a song off my new CD, right? Oh, but you can have it for $10. I have them. Okay. So, right. So here we go. I think you may recognize someone you know. Well, I'd like to tell you a story about a couple of friends of mine. Surprised they got together. Everything worked out fine. Then they began to realize that opposites do attract. And now that they're together, there's just no turning back. Well, a night owl and the early bird got together in the afternoon. She was up at the crack of dawn. He got up at noon. And every day between 1 and 2, they'd be ready for something to lunch. Well, he'd be having breakfast. She'd be eating her lunch. Well, the night owl said to the early bird, "You're the cutest chick that I've ever seen. Come on back to my place. You look just like the who in my dream." Well, early bird, she looked him over, said, "You're not so bad yourself. Well, let me go get my toothbrush. It's right up here on the shelf." Well, the night owl is a wise old owl. He's a hunter. He's a hoot. Early bird is bright as sunshine, and she's nobody's fool. Together they're like a plus and a minus, they're just like night and day. Well, one completes the other. Together come what may. living a life of ease. She sings in the morning, and he's hanging out in the trees. And even though they're all so different, no matter what you've heard, they're still gonna be together, night owl and the early bird. Well, now you've heard my stories about these friends of mine, how they got together, standing the test of time. And even though they're all so different, no matter what you've heard, they're still gonna be together, night owl and the early bird, night owl and the early bird, night owl and the early bird. All right, thank you. Okay, hang on, just, here we go. Let's try a little, how we doing? Excuse me. Rockin Pneumonia. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's try. Okay, here's another, actually, I actually do have a set list, but I already changed it. Title of this CD is called Seems Like a Good Time for the Blues. That's what I'm going to play now. make a new start. And joy that we feel when we're singing our tune. And it seems like it's a good time for the blues. Yes, it seems like it's a good time for the blues. Let's try a little. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a trip to California. Is that okay? I'm gonna take Route 66. Here we go. If you ever plan to go to west, take a highway, that's the byway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. You know it winds from Chicago to LA, over 2,000 miles along the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. You know it winds from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City, looking oh so pretty past Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. If you get hip to this timely tip, when you make your California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah. You know it winds from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City, looking oh so pretty up past Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. If you get hip to this timely tip, when you make your California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. All right. So, I'm going to tell a joke. Hope you don't mind. I hope nobody's offended. But this couple, they've been together for a while, you know, and they're pretty comfortable with each other. He says to her, you know, nice and relaxed. He says to her, "Hey, honey, would you tell me something that will make me happy and sad at the same time?" She looks at him and says, "Out of all your friends, you have the biggest penis." Okay. All right, so this is I'm going to play the title tune of this album. It's called Bittersweet. Here we go. It's an instrumental. Let me just turn this just like that a little bit. Get my hands out of the way. Okay. Oh, I play this on my CD with just a duet, me and a violin player. Her name is Heather Hardy, and she's wonderful. You ever get a chance to hear her, please take it. So here we go. This is Bittersweet. Take two. Before I interrupt myself again, I love this piano. If it was any way I could take it with me, I would. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, here's another new song. A tune called, I wrote this for a very special person. And a tune called Little Mo. Little Mo, I love you so. Little Mo, don't you know you're the one? You're the apple of my eye, you're the cherry in my pie, you're the moon, you're the stars, you're the sun. Little Mo, wherever you go, you brighten the room with your smile. You're the cream in my coffee, the honey in my tea. Come and sit with me here for a while. You're the bride of the moon, you're the ring in my bell, you're the sun breaking through the clouds. You're the melody in a song, you're the rhyme in a poem. Being with you makes me so proud. Little Mo, don't ever go. Stay with me here by my side. Through the rain and snow, wherever we go, we're gonna have a wonderful ride. You're the melody in a song, you're the rhyme in a poem. Being with you makes me so proud. Little Mo, don't ever go. Stay with me here by my side. Through the rain and snow, wherever we go, we're gonna have a wonderful ride. Through the rain and snow, wherever we go, we're gonna have us a hell of a ride. Through the rain and snow, wherever we go, we're gonna have us a wonderful ride. Yeah. All right, thank you very much. So, how are we doing? Oh, we got plenty of time. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna go check my list again here. Let's try. Okay, all right. I'm gonna slow it down. It's an old blues called Trouble in Mind. It's one of those blues that has some hope in it. share. And if the blues don't quit me, I'm gonna rock away from here. Trouble in mind, Lord, I'm so blue, but I won't be blue always. Sun gonna shine my back door someday. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna do a Solomon Burke song called "Cry to Me." First, before I need some liquid before I cry. So here we go. I'm sorry. This piano is so beautiful. Like I said, it's like seeing an old friend. Yeah. Here we go. Leaves you all alone, and nobody calls you on the phone. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey, cry to me when you're all alone in a lonely room. Nothing but the smell of her perfume. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey, cry to me. Nothing could be sadder than a glass of wine alone. Loneliness is just a waste of time. You waste of time. You don't ever have to walk alone. You see, take my hand, won't you, honey? Walk with me when you're waiting for a voice to come in the night. There's no one. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Cry to me. I said, here I am. Cry to me. Here I am, baby. Cry to me. Yeah. Let's do Rockin Pneumonia. Okay. I hope nobody got sick this year. It's been rough, right? So, but if you did get sick, I hope you got the Rockin Pneumonia and the Boogie-woogie flu. There we go. I wanna tell you something you don't know. You should be running, but my feet's too slow. The young man rhythm's got a hold on me too. I've got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie. I wanna jump, but I'm afraid to fall. Wanna holler, but the joint's too small. The young man rhythm's got a hold on me too. I've got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie. I want some love, honey, that ain't all. Jimi Hendrix, but she's way too tall. Young man rhythm's got a hold on me too. I've got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie. I want some lovin', honey, that ain't all. I wanna kiss it, but the girl's too tall. The young man rhythm's got a hold on me. I've got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie. Tell my baby that I'm hurrying home. I know she's leaving 'cause I'm taking too long. The young man rhythm's got a hold on me too. I've got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie. Got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie flu. Rockin' pneumonia and the boogie flu. The young man rhythm's got a hold on me too. All right. Very nice. Very nice. So I feel like playing an old song. I haven't played it in a while. It's instrumental. The song that Country Joe McDonald wrote to Janis Joplin. It's called Janice. I'm going to do it instrumentally. It's a song that Country Joe and Janis Joplin were they were an item for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, but they used to fight all the time. But you know they were very similar. They were both band leaders and Capricorns, and they just had a real affinity. I think when they first saw each other, it was like dong. But they used to fight all the time. And I remember one time Joe told me they were sitting in Janice's car. Janice, her place was on Lion, but on the corner of Lion and Oak, they were sitting in Joe's car in front of Janice's apartment, and they were fighting, this screaming fight with each other. The windows were all rolled up. Windows were kind of fogged up. They were screaming at each other, and people would be walking by. They'd look inside. They'd see, who it was. They'd knock on the window. Hi, how you doing? Where you playing? And of course, all they wanted to do was fight. So they said, "Get away from us." So, so Janice said to Joe that please write me a song. Write a song for me that we can play before we break up. Yeah. So, they had totally divergent careers. I mean, they were both on the road and not together. So, but aside from that, I don't think. Anyway, that's another story. So, so he wrote the song for her. It's a waltz, and the band, Big Brother and the whole thing company, they really didn't know what to do with it, and so we played it. We did it, and it's a very nice song. Lyrics are beautiful, but I'm not going to sing it. I played this at Janis Joplin's memorial. She threw a party after she died. Anyway, so here we go. A song called Janice. Here we go. Here's a song written by a couple of friends of mine back in the late 60s. Friends of, they were Barry Goldberg and Jerry Goffin, and they wrote a song called Imagination. They wrote a bunch of other really good songs also. But they did, so they wrote the song, and Gladys Knight and the Pips did it, and it was a big hit for them. But it's been done many times by many different people. A really nice version is Bobby Bland. Here we go. Imagination. That's not right. I'm going to start again. I have a song called The Next Time. I don't have all the words in my head yet, otherwise I would do it tonight. That's what I did before. Okay. Maybe I should do the next time. Here we go. Anyway, so here we go. One more time. Really got to use my imagination. Think of a reason. Keeping on. Got to make the best of bad situation. Ever since the day I woke up, found that you were gone. Darkness all around me, blocking out the sun. Old friends call out to me, but I talk to no one. The emptiness has found me, just won't let me go. I will ride on living, but why? I just don't know. Really got to use my imagination. Think of a reason. Keeping on. Got to make the best of bad situation. Ever since the day I woke up, found that you were gone. Staring out of reality don't do me no good. I'm misunderstanding is too well understood. It's a sad, sad season when good love dies. Not a day goes by when I don't realize really got to use my imagination. Think for reason. Keep keeping on. Got to make the best of bad situation. Ever since the day I woke up, found that you were gone. Ever since the day I woke up, found that you were gone. Ever since the day I woke up, found that you were gone. You were gone. You were gone. Thank you. Thank you. Got time for a couple more songs. Let me see what my list here says. And what would we do without our lists, right? Of course, I used to know all this stuff in my head, but you know, I find that people my age look older than me. Have you noticed that? All right, so what do we do here? I just had something. I want to do a new song. Let me see if I can do a new song here. Okay. All right. I'm going to try this one. If I don't remember all the words, I'll remember them afterwards. Song called Growing Old. And that too is on my new CD. Right here, this one. Here we go. Do that again. Growing old ain't so easy. Growing old ain't much fun. Growing old ain't for sissies, but at least you're no longer young. When I was young, I knew it all. I was pretty and full of myself. Now I know that all I know can fit up on the shelf. Aches and pains, hearing loss. What is my favorite phrase? Bathroom breaks and afternoon naps. It's not just a passing phase. I said growing old ain't so easy. Growing old ain't much fun. Growing old ain't for sissies, but at least you're no longer young. What hair I have is mostly gray. I'm grateful for just one more day. Whatever happened to my get up and go? Gravity's taking its toll. And life today is full of troubles. Everyone's in their own world. Gotta get better, you know, it can't get worse. At least that's what I've heard. Growing old ain't know, I thought maybe you could sing along if you feel like it. You know, let's try that chorus one more time. Here we go. Growing old ain't so easy. Growing old ain't much fun. Growing old ain't for sissies. At least you're no longer young. Any of you sing? Let's try one more time. Growing old. You know, singing together is one of the great things that people can do. Yeah. Growing old ain't so easy. Growing old ain't much fun. Growing old ain't for sissies. At least you're no longer young. You know, I never even got to the top. We gotta move and I can't stand still. This is not a good time to stop. Keep hope alive and you'll stay young. Life is rarely what it seems. Just remember that you're never too old. Follow your dreams and grow it. Ain't so easy. Growing old ain't much fun. Growing old ain't for sissies, but at least you're no longer young. At least you're no longer young. At least you're no longer young. He's still growing. Thank you. So I think I have time for, I'm going to do a song that was written back in the 50s by a fellow named Wilbert Harrison. Candy did a nice version of it, very nice version. And, but, you know, it was written back in the 50s, and it's unfortunate that the message is still valid, right? It's a song called Let's Work Together. Key of G. Together we stand, divided we fall. Come on now, people, let's get on the ball and work together. Come on, let's work together. Together 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 hours. What does it matter in this life of ours? Let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Together we will stand, every boy, girl, woman, and man. Let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Together we will stand, every boy, girl, woman, and man. I said together we will stand, every boy, girl, woman, and man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to do one more tune, and I usually close with this when I do my solo shows. It's dedicated to all the people we've lost over the last few years. You know, I lost a couple of very close friends, and so this is for them. A tune called "Treasures of the Heart." "Treasures of the Heart" comes from a quotation by a Buddhist priest from the 13th century named Nichiren. He says, "More valuable than the treasures of the storehouse are the treasures of the body, and the treasures of the heart are the most valuable of all." So, this is the treasures of the heart. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Bennett Cohen. Sure, David will be sticking around for a little bit. Take some CDs from him.